IPMNation.com.
Previously on Angry Drunk Tales.
So supportive. I didn't come here to hurt you.
Be angry.
You coming closer?
Regular angel of mercy, aren't you?
You won't call the police?
Me write angry emails.
That phone, I'm not going to jail for her.
Nobody's going to jail. You're bluffing.
Episode 43. You're all liars and manipulators. Oh, by the way, I was lying to you and manipulating you all along.
Me still angry. Me continue to write long, rambling, drunken emails. Me continue to be angry over incident several weeks ago. Me have emotional intelligence of 5-year-old child. Me bitter and frustrated with myself over being drunken 300-pound tub of shit. Me undiagnosed paranoid schizophrenic.
He's a jackass.
Me write angry emails. Me hate everyone.
Welcome to episode 43 of Angry Drunk Tales. I'm Matt Connerton.
And I'm Jen Coffey.
And we last left off on September 7th, our barrage of emails from our former roommate, well, one of them, on September 7th. Of course, this series of emails going to the entire group, including our other former roommate, who abandoned us and left us with this raving drunken lunatic, who we've dedicated an entire show to.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And, yeah. And of course, on the wee hours of September 7th, he was, it is obvious from this, the content of these emails that he was listening to the show as he was writing them, because he now at this point knows about the show. So, we'll finish off September 7th with this episode. So the next one, we have two more. One of them is short. He simply refers to something he claimed, a claim that he made in the previous email, that he was never even asked about Jesse moving in. So, and that last email that I read was sent at 3:26. So the next email comes at 1 minute later at 3:27. And he simply says this: if I had been and I had said yes, I would have raised your rent. And then the next email comes at 3:39. So this was 12 minutes later. The day you moved out, ask anyone at Brothers, I was in a great mood and was laughing at how easy it was to get rid of you. The stuff you talk about when I feigned being nice, well, that's all it was. There was an ad on Craigslist 2 weeks into June to rent a room. I wanted you all out, and I got you all out, and I didn't want to go through eviction, so I basically pushed and pushed and pushed you all into moving the fuck out. The only other better and quicker solution I could have come up with would have been goading you, Jesse, or someone else into hitting me and getting a restraining order. And I basically attempted that 2 weeks earlier with Jesse. I wanted you out, and I got you out. I basically played you. Didn't have to evict you, even though I said I was prepared to do so. Just made things uncomfortable and got rid of you. Much the way you had basically attempted to take over the whole house by making things uncomfortable for me. Like you were the ones with the lease. You attempted to take over the whole house on a daily basis and basically made me into your maid. Good riddance. Glad you are gone. Now let it be. Grow up and stop talking shit about me on your podcast. It's on the internet. It's not a radio show, you pretender. You are the only ones keeping this shit going. Stop being so sanctimonious. Oh, I forget. You gave up my offer to abandon a security deposit and a lease because of your own sanctimony. Sanctimony is a big thing for you all. Give it up.
Oi.
So this email is particularly
Oi.
this email is particularly interesting because now he's saying that he's claiming that he feigned being nice, that it was all this grand manipulation to get rid of us, which is obviously such bullshit.
And yeah, he was just faking it and lying in all those emails.
Yeah. The same guy who constantly calls us liars and manipulators.
Right. Right. You know what they say? Well, the truth is in black and white.
Yeah. So, and of course, just the lack of self-awareness. I mean, he keeps saying that, we're the ones keeping this going as he continually emails us. The only reason we're able to keep this going is because he keeps it going.
Right.
Just amazing. So, and calling us sanctimonious and whatnot. So, but that actually is it for September 7th.
Yeah, it was a short day.
Well, no, it was a long day. We got 12 emails that night.
Oh, was that the record? I thought there was a longer
I think it might have
one.
been.
Might have been. Yeah.
I think it might have been. And then we don't hear anything further until September 12th. But that gets interesting because now, in the few days between September 7th and September 12th, now we don't hear from him at all for a few days, but then he starts communicating with the other former roommate,
Napoleon Bonaparte,
but begins copying us on those emails so that we can see him bad-mouthing us to
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
And he begins making even new allegations and accusations and lies about us while communicating with
Napoleon Bonaparte,
as he so desperately tries to get back on
Napoleon Bonaparte,
his good side. So it's that whole my enemy's enemy is my friend thing, I guess.
Apparently.
So we'll get to that in the next episode. So kind of a short one tonight as we finish off with our September 7th emails. But there's still more to come, more great stuff to come. Don't you worry. So I guess we'll conclude with that. And again, if you happen to be his new roommate listening to this, while we are not ourselves religious people, we will say to you, may God help you and keep you safe. Good night.
Night.
He's a jackass.
IPMNation.com